What's going on? It's your host, Chaz Barnes. Welcome back to another episode of the Night Audit. Yeah, anyway, man, we don't want to talk about the weather report. People already don't think the meteorologists are right anyway. They think they need to be fired anyway. But anyway, man, listen, we got a packed show today, y'all. If y'all ain't checked out my last episode, it's a doozy. System failures. I've been clipping up stuff all day. Oh, well, not all day, but at least about 2 hours before I came onto the show. Ooh, and I clipped up some stuff last night, man. We're gonna get right on into it. These team takeovers, okay? Yeah, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right. As you can probably read at the bottom of this ticketer reminds, this is the question that should be asked. Who pays for these takeovers? Okay, who pays for them? All right. It's diabolical. It's out of hand. It needs to stop. Okay. So, you know what? To help us out even further, okay? Because listen, we got problems, team takeovers here in Atlanta, the Beltline, the DC Navy Yard, Detroit. Listen, enough is enough. Okay. Enough is enough. Okay. Listen, I haven't listened to this album in a long time, but this is like a quick sidebar. It's kind of made me think of the Nirvana song, Teen Spirit, you know? So, Teen Spirit means now unpermitted flash mobs, 11 firearms recovered from 14-year-olds. We're going to get into that. Parents getting slapped with criminal invoices for the actions of their kids. Some places are doing that, but we're going to get on that. We're going to get on that, because, Teen Spirit used to be about high school football games, prom, listening to some grunge music in the garage. But tonight we got to audit a different definition of team spirit. Let's get right into it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Turn on your notifications.
TM. Do you know where your children are?
That is the question we should be asking ourselves. Hold on, let me change something up, man. Official, man. Hold on, change the background. Yeah.
You know where your kids are. As the holiday weekend begins, an 11 p.m. citywide youth curfew just went into effect across D.C. City leaders are also enforcing temporary special curfew zones in 4 popular areas throughout the weekend. You can see them here. That includes the U Street Corridor, the Banneker Rec Center, the Southwest Waterfront, and Navy Yard. Those enhanced curfews will run from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. through Memorial Day. This move follows weeks of large teen gatherings, fights, and disruptions across the district. Police have repeatedly responded to crowds in some of those same areas. Our Katie Lasso is live in Navy Yard tonight, where she spoke with some of the teens involved in these infamous meetups. What are they telling you, Katie?
Yeah, well, Enzo, I spoke to 2 teenagers shortly before the curfew was implemented tonight, and they told me they've been to several of these teen takeovers. They called them fun. That is when they say there wasn't drama, as they called it. Kids running rampant in the Navy Yard. Fights in this Chipotle.
Yeah,
These
look at that.
incidents have been all
It's like
over social
WWE.
media.
I watch it on TikTok. Yeah, I be like, dang, they crazy out here.
Nah, for real.
It be funny though.
Aaliyah and Messiah are both 15. With the permission of their mother, I spoke to them just hours before the 8 p.m. curfew went into effect. They feel like the curfew is unfair.
Like,
Nobody, first
dang.
of all, nobody cares as a child, okay? Nobody cares what you feel is unfair. Somebody cares what you think is fair. Your ass need to be home at this particular time, or you might need to go ahead and find you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Let me tell you how my mama broke it down to me. Okay, or yes, mama, yeah, mama. You know what I'm saying? My peoples. Listen, you the home at this time. Listen, inside of here, you my problem. Outside of this house, you they problem. And they been the police and anybody else that any other strange elements out there. Man, man. Miss me with all that. This is what happens with gentle parenting, okay? Did what the white people do. Okay, y'all want to copy the whites to be with gentle parenting. This is what y'all get.
We just kids. We trying to be outside too. We chilling.
They shared they've been to a few of the takeovers, describing them as fun, an opportunity to meet up with other kids, dance, hang out.
This joint be fun, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it be fun. But like, y'all gotta stop the chaos. Y'all gotta stop fighting, y'all. It's fun though.
Gotta stop the chaos. Gotta stop the chaos. Not listen. He ain't up to no good. Neither one of them. They ain't up to no good. The parents know they ain't up to no good. They ain't up to no good.
Takeovers are fun?
Yeah, they fun. They real fun until they start fighting.
While some like this man who has lived in Navy Yard 20 plus years don't mind seeing all the kids.
I was young, and I enjoy seeing the youth being able to, be out and enjoy that amenities that are being provided in my area.
Others say the fighting and chaos has gotten out of control.
Extremely disappointed.
He says because of what we've seen in those videos, a curfew is unfortunately needed.
This is a place where you mean the Navy Yard. Look how beautiful this is, and how much the city has invested in it, how many people come to eat, dine, hang out, enjoy themselves, and they can't do that anymore. So I believe that the curfew is important, but also we need to find an area where children can go and enjoy themselves.
His suggestion?
Bring back the rec centers, bring back the areas where it was for kids, by kids.
Well, I asked Aaliyah and Messiah directly what the city can offer to deter them from participating in takeovers.
Let us have a job at least 15 so we can stay out these joints.
You would go work if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, I will work to make money. Make money, you be happy.
He got a mouthpiece on him. Cause he'll be the one saying, "Hey man, come on, just can I leave early? Come on, man. Hey man, come on, man. Hey man, I'm just saying, can I leave 15 minutes early? Can I?" He's the one that you call. You supposed to be where you say you're gonna be at. He gonna be like, I'm around the clock. I'm around the block. I'll be there. Nah. You do need a job. You do need to be working, okay? But nah. I can see the call outs, the write-ups. Listen, homeboy better hold no job down. He can't even sit still. He can't even sit still in front of the camera. And they might say, well, Chaze, he might be nervous. Nah. He said he been a part of them. He said he been a part of them. In the other compadre. They be fun, y'all. They be fun, man. They be fun. Really. The images we just been shown so far, what is fun about that? Listen, I don't even go down to I don't even go to the Battery. I don't go to the Battery. I went there. Since they opened it up 2017. I may count on my hand how many times I've been to. I don't go that. No. I know they got to. Listen. I know people say, "Oh, different time." Listen, it's only but what 20, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes outside of Atlanta. Nah. Listen, Payroll Giovanni got this song called "Get Money and Mind Your Business," and one of his lines that I love when he says it. He said, "Wherever y'all be at, I don't go." Man, they made me nervous. Man, I seen them kids one time. We was coming back from some event. Man, them kids running around make me nervous. I was like, "Oh, we need her. Listen. We need her to get to the car." Made me nervous. Nope. Nah.
Now, when I've spoken to DC police in the past, they told me they chose the curfew zones based on intel they got from social media posts indicating that there were planned teen takeovers in those locations. Now, one other thing I do want to talk about tonight, part of the mayor's executive order, take a look at this. So if I zoom in on the screen here, this is for one of the local companies that rent scooters and e-bikes, Lime scooters. And if you take a look, you can see that there are slow zones implemented here. When you look around, the screen has a yellow zone, and then there are red zones, which are no park zones. Part of the mayor's executive order was she called on the different companies that rent these scooters and these electrical bikes to implement those slow zones and no parking zones within the curfew zones. And that is something we saw tonight here in the Navy Yard. I'm Katie Lasso. Back to you.
All right, let's just hope it is a calm weekend in the district. Katie, thank you.
Listen, y'all. Listen. We're going to get to the next video. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to this channel. Those are those things because you can only do so much. Are those things are useful tools, enhancements? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, whatnot. That's the best way that's the best thing that they can come up with right at this moment, right? That's the best thing they can do. So I would say that we have to see where this goes, because the next major holiday is Juneteenth. Now, that doesn't mean, by now, most of all of the country school will be let out. So by the end of this week, maybe by the following Friday of June, everybody be out. Okay. Everybody are gonna be on full force. Now I know you already been doing takeovers all as it is. We gonna slide up a little. This is DC, so we gonna slide up 2 hours up to the Jersey, and we gonna take a look at what's going on over there as well.
Not taking any chances with safety this holiday weekend. That means police are increasing patrols and monitoring social media for any teen takeover events. Pix 11's Angelo Bavaro is in Long Branch with how things are shaping up so far this Memorial Day weekend. Angelo?
Katie, good evening. And the weather out here is definitely helping with the crowd control. I can confirm it is pretty miserable standing out here. The rain is still coming down. The wind is whipping at my back. Take a look at the beaches right now. Nobody on them. Big surprise there. Few people walking around here, but police are still on alert, especially here in Long Branch, because
probably was
right
last Tuesday, because they said
village,
Tuesday night, but
the beach. This is where we saw one of those takeovers happen on Tuesday. Take a look at some of the video, what that looked like. We are talking about absolute craziness. Several hundred teens and young adults flooding this area by the Pier Village, many of them coming into the city by train. Police say the event quickly spiraled into mayhem with fights and people jumping on parked cars. 6 people were arrested, and the city implemented an emergency 8 p.m. curfew. Now, these takeovers, or pop-up parties as they're called, are being promoted on social media. Police in several short towns say they are aware of posts regarding events scheduled over the holiday weekend, and they have been working to crack down and get ahead of any of that craziness. That includes Wildwood. Take a look at this, where the city is sending a message with scenes like this, officers on horses patrolling the boardwalk. Back there, and the boardwalk that closes at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, coming back out to the beach here, I want to give you another look at this very pretty sea. Nobody on the beach, gray skies. It is nice and calm to look at, but not fun standing out here. We have a few people with umbrellas. The city does say that anybody who comes here with the intention of causing disorder or violence, you should expect to be arrested and prosecuted. We are live in Long Branch, New Jersey. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Pix 11 News.
Angelo, you have the beach all to yourself today. Thanks for your report.
So, a couple things. They came to Long Branch, New Jersey. Now, let's do a quick Google search. Okay, let's do a Google search, because we got to say, okay, all right, let me look up something real quick. So they said they took trains. So they all probably came in from New York. They obviously came in from New York. So they out-of-towners, right? They out-of-towners. They don't even live there. They don't even live there. Probably don't even live there, whatnot. And that's the scariest thing. I'm gonna put me back on the screen. Put me back on the screen here. Hold on. That's the scariest thing, man. Like, you're not even, it's already enough when you have people, it's the people that live there, right? But it's the people that don't live there, okay, that they come in, by bus or train, 24 miles away, 19 miles away. I mean, that's, if you equate that, that's maybe about, we're talking maybe 30, say 35 minutes, give and take, right? It's the out-of-towner agitators as well. They don't live there. They don't have to pay taxes there. They just commute there. They come visit. They just, that's it. That's it. Now, I mean, there is the community itself, because it don't look like Long Branch is if I look at pictures, let's go again. Let me share my screen again with you all. Let's see. Nope. Let's do this. Back to this. Let's just look at images. Okay. Let's just look at Long Branch. Okay. No, let's see. All right. Cause it's like, even from it looks like a a very nice area, whatnot. I don't think it's bad. Let's see. Map. Satellite. 3D imaging. Okay, so let's just beam down on this. Okay, like it don't look again. I know this is it's just a much of a view what we can get, but it's near a beach, so I would take the beach town wouldn't be ran down or whatnot. It won't be too ran down. But I'm saying, like, look, man. Let's see if we can do this. Let's do something better. All right, satellite. Let's zoom down. Hold on, y'all might say, Chaz, bear with me. Like, it don't look bad. It don't look, like just a busy residential area. Like, seriously. All right. Y'all have to Google it for yourself as well. But it's near a beach town. You know what I mean? Like it's in a beach, so it's got the nice accommodations, whatnot. Okay. And then because again, summer ain't really hit here. Okay. And y'all already on the tomfoolery. Y'all already on the bullshit. And so they already said the boardwalk closed. I think they say in Jersey or whatnot. I think they Atlantic Station or whatnot, but I'm not Atlantic City, excuse me. Because I was like 1 o'clock in the morning for what's going on, you might have to push it back up. I know if you go to Tennessee, for example, you go to Nashville and you out that big old mall they have, the Opera Mills Mall, they have a 3 p.m. curfew. If you're not accompanied by an adult, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of there. Real talk. So, yeah, man. It's some major cities is dealing with this, man. But we got more we got to cover. So again, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Put your notification on when I drop an episode or video. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's move this off. More crazy in Virginia as well.
Teen takeovers like that one in Norfolk, Virginia, showing no signs of slowing down across the country. On the Jersey Shore, police arrested 6 people Tuesday night after a massive crowd of teens flooded the streets, sparking fights and jumping on cars, forcing officials to impose emergency curfews. On a Rhode Island beach, 3 people were stabbed in broad daylight Tuesday, forcing beachgoers to flee the area where hundreds of teens had swarmed. And police say that the victims are now recovering from their injuries. From the Midwest to the East Coast, cities and towns are bracing for more street takeovers this Memorial Day weekend. The mayor of Seaside Heights, New Jersey, says his shore town says the FBI and SWAT teams are ready if needed to help control crowds. But the town is also taking aim at social media and parents.
Social media has played a part of it. But I'll say we had 6 inquiries about pop-up. They've been handled. Guess what? We're going to do something to you. We're going to summons you and summons your parent. This has got to stop.
Metropolitan Police Department permission to declare 8 p.m. curfew zones for juveniles after that violent mob caused chaos at a local Chipotle. Tommy, I hear things like this, and then I just think back to July 2025, where Mayor Brandon Johnson in Chicago vetoed a curfew passed by the city council. Leftists may be stepping up now, but their policies are responsible.
Yeah, I actually go back further than that. I go to 2020, when a lot of this activity in the streets was excused as justice or some kind of activism. It wasn't. And this is obviously different. It's for a different purpose. I don't know if they're activating anything here except for bad behavior. But unlike a lot of times where you see people trying to do things and then escape the law, these people are unafraid of the law. They're going out and doing this, and they're filming themselves doing it. And in fact, they want to be on camera doing this because they want to post it themselves on social media. So that tells me that
And let me say something too, right? I'm gonna say this is my thought as well. And then if something happened to one of y'all, right? If there was an officer involved shooting or whatnot, then y'all want us to go out there and protest. I ain't going out there protesting for your ass. I made it out after 2020. I said, nah, because they gave you a warning. They told you. You listen. Once you out there, you their problem. Okay. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna say RIP. He was a good kid. She was a good. Was she? Was she? Now you can say she was at the wrong place. Okay, 'cause all I see, wrong place, wrong time, wrong people. The good people, the good fine people like you and I who's watching this, we at home chilling, watching a basketball game. You know, maybe, doing our budget, maybe recording a YouTube video, maybe just getting done with dinner, seriously. But you want me to care. Then, like, again, who suffers, and I'm gonna say this at the end of it as well. Is the kids say it's fun, it's not fun. You don't know the seriousness of something until something takes place. But why you gotta wait till something bad happens to know the seriousness of your actions? I say it again for the people in the back. Why do you have, let me turn this, is this on testing? Why do you have to wait until something seriously happens to know the consequences of something, to know, oh, wait, it's one of those things like, well, like the first dude. Oh, it's one of those things. I mean, we were just messing around. I ain't know you was gonna get hurt. They warned you. You got several warnings. You know what? Matter of fact, you might not even know how to spell the word warning. Okay. This is serious because, again, 5 people got stabbed in broad daylight on the beach. Now, there's one thing in the urban area, whatever, and on the beach, you supposed to be sunbathing. It's beautiful ladies. It's beautiful women. Buns out. Now, make sure you be respectful to the ladies. Make sure you are respectful to the ladies. But I'm saying, man, come on, let's continue.
Consequences here are little to none. If you take these kids, you lock them up, or better yet, you go after their parents, then maybe you'll start to see this not become so cool. But as long as there are no consequences and you're actually getting attention on social media, this is not going to stop. You wonder where the parents are, but in the absence of parents, I guess the long arm of the law is going to have to do something. I know this is happening around the country, but it's mostly happening in blue cities and blue states. I don't think there's much for this in a lot.
Well, it happened in red states, which got blue cities, but so it's happening. They on a no plan. Apparently, they on a no plan. You might say, well, Chaze, what you were doing in the summertime as a teenager? No, my ass by that point, I had got my first job at 17. I was working. That doesn't mean you wasn't hanging, but I was working. Now I worked late nights, whatnot, but I was working. And even like now, I'm working. I'm work. Okay. This is my second job. I'm working. Okay. Tell the world I'm busy. Tell the world I'm busy now. I'm working. See, if you're busy and you occupied with something that's productive and that's purposeful, meaningful, you won't end up in a mess like this. You won't end up at they're at a Chipotle. You can't even enjoy Chipotle. I don't even eat Chipotle. But this will make me not want to eat at Chipotle. I'm sitting down with my chick. We trying to have a bowl or whatnot, and we got to worry about some raggedy ass teenager throwing a damn chair. You don't lost your effing mind. If I have kids, again, I know where my kids gonna be at. See, I would say I love my kids. Okay, I say you love kids. No, I love my kids. Anyway, let's continue.
Of red cities, red states, where you have a little bit more law enforcement.
Lisa, and as I'm reading this, I'm thinking about spring.
And then when they bring it, because they'll be talking about they militarizing the police, they military, man, fuck you. Okay? Seriously. Nobody want to hear that. Cause see, when it's little police, man, what the police, and then when they bring them, man, do they really have to do all that? Did they have to do all that? Did they have to do that?
It's behind us, and it feels like it's in front of us.
Yeah, but it's like we didn't do this on spring break. I mean, you look at this incident right there that we see the Chipotle and Navy Yard. I mean, you're eating your burrito bowl and it turns into.
If it's something to react to them, we'll find their ass too, and we'll hold them accountable too. We'll audit it. This is the night audit. Audit your life before the world audits you. Okay.
Thunderdome. Like, that's essentially what happened here. But I think the broader challenge here is what percentage of these parents know where their kids are or even care. And the government can't get parents to parent and to do their job, so the only thing they're left with is some sort of enforcement. I mean, there was a stat that stood out to me before the federal takeover in Washington, D.C., and U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro had mentioned that I think it was more than half of the carjackings were minors, including as young as 12. And then even last November, after the federal takeover, there was an 18-year-old involved in a violent carjacking. 4 months. The prosecutors have recommended.
Oh, we'll get to that. I'm not going to be sad if a 12-year, listen, if you're 12-year-old, now I'm trying to advocate, listen, you out the wrong time, and something happens. Because it takes one. You run up on the wrong one, you run up on the wrong person's stuff. Now, somebody might have because again, and these kids be packing, so you don't really get no second to think. It's like, boom, it's either you or me. I think these kids are gay. That got something in them. They
recommended 7 years in jail, only got 4 months because of the Youth Rehabilitation Act. So the challenges in a lot of these cities and these states, particularly these blue areas where they're already soft on crime, they're real soft when it comes to young people.
And U.S. Attorney Pirro had a message for parents. Let's watch that.
We're not looking to hurt a parent who maybe is a single parent and they can't control what's going on. If they are fundamentally doing what they can, then I'm not going to charge them with a crime. But if they're looking the other way, Lawrence, and they're making believe like, I don't know what my kid is doing, nonsense. You know what your kid is doing. You know where your kid is going. You know your kid is violating curfew. There's been 2 or 3 curfew violations. I'm coming for you.
Josh, what do you make of charging parents?
Well, listen, this is not like a new idea. We've seen this happening, right? We saw this with school shootings. We saw this in the Ethan Crumbley case and in the Cole Gray case, where we're saying, listen, parents have a responsibility here that extends to the actions of their children. And if you're turning a blind eye, as the U.S. attorney points out, then we're going to prosecute you for it. And they have in very serious cases. Why is this any different?
Call of Duty.
I mean,
Man, they got these.
Realize, and
look at that. You the only listen. It do like a military action, of course. Call of Duty or cops or live PD, like ants, man. Freaking ants.
I like that she's balanced about it. I like that she says that, listen, we're not going after those parents who are completely stretched thin with resources. But if you're just turning a blind eye, why shouldn't you be held responsible for all of this? Law enforcement is morale-wise at an all-time low, and they're stretched thin, and they've got limited resources. And going into this weekend, they're already going to be stretched as far as they can to handle things. And then you throw on top of it these, what do they call them? Street takeovers.
Yeah.
Every resource that's poured into taking care of this hooliganism is some resource that they're taking away from maybe a more serious problem, and expect further violence.
Emily.
Yeah, and the behavior here and the crimes that are being committed, if it were adults doing them, it would have been stopped because the whole world would have been horrified. Somehow these guys have been infantilized, and no pun intended. They're not. These are not babies. These are not children. These are really big grown people who are acting a fool, and they're putting in danger a lot of other people. And we've seen to the point about the violent commission of crimes in D.C., murders happening, but because everything's in juvenile court and family court, these guys get out after a matter of months. So the message needs to be systematically changed so that there is a deterrence. But here on this front, you know, I'm concerned for the optics that will just be wielded by the left against anyone that is committed to law and order, of like SWAT teams trying to sort of, you know, facing these teen takeovers. But I can't think of a better idea. Somehow in there needs to be a complete deterrence. And I'm thinking, you know, is it massive stink bombs? Is it really loud noises, blarings? What is it that will deter these kids from infecting the streets and infect?
Because, you know, I mean, you know, this is serious, but the compassionate side as well. We don't want to see no kids getting killed. You don't want to be a law enforcement officer or agent having to be in like having somebody's child, like 'cause you gotta think your own child in the crosshairs. But you putting, eventually you're gonna put them in a situation where they have no choice but to react. And that changes the narrative. I mean, because because now the narrative changes. Because you can't say, well, he didn't have to kill him. He had to do this, he had to do that, he did this and do that, do this. Well, listen. What do you want them to do? I mean, because you could, again, stink bombs. Things like that. But like somebody in the crowd, it just takes one. It takes one. And in a high pressure situation or whatnot, you're a threat to you're a threat to the public. Action got to be taken. 'Cause, again, like I said, just trying to be compassionate, but I'm also just trying to be realistic and be objective here with you all. Most of y'all, who's watching this know what I'm talking about. I understand what I'm getting at. But if something, something do happen, I don't want to hear well, they didn't have to do that. Should do this. They gave every warning, gave every incentive or whatnot. They gave every means to say, hey, don't do it. Don't be out there. Don't be out there. It's almost finished. This almost done.
The businesses. That Delaware beach was so disturbing. All of these are so disturbing to me. But that one in particular, because you saw how many kids were out on their towels and they were just having a good time like we used to. It was just really enjoying the sun and your friends with good music. And what happens? There's some type of malignant tumor that just infects it, and 3 of them are stabbed. How are the parents of well-behaved children that just want to have a good time with their friends then parenting them? If you see what looks like trouble, run. How is this even allowed to happen? It worries me for so many kids, and for, by the way, all of them, our we're always going to pay for them. We're paying for them now in juvenile court, and then we're going to pay for them in the prisons. And no matter what, we will continue to pay for them because none of them are going to make it anywhere if they continue down this track.
Yeah, and left-wing policies enabling it. And you mentioned the left. They're 17 points underwater on crime right now.
Yes.
And these images aren't helping.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox 1.
So we're going to move over to Chicago as well. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I think we have. Put back on the screen here. Hold on. We got another video to show you all. If you are enjoying this, please hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Comment as well. I'll share mine towards the end of the show. Okay, here we go. We got something. Oh man, many of y'all are real. Listen, one of America's dumbest mayors. Put him on the stage.
Mechanism cannot just be with teenagers, right? I know where my son was at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mayor Johnson is calling on parents to be more responsible after 5 police officers are injured in a teen takeover. WGN's Andrea Medina has our top story.
We're going to get on his ass after a while.
Neighbors say they were completely blindsided by what unfolded overnight, calling it a relentless, unpredictable scene that left many feeling uneasy and unable to get any sleep. A massive crowd of teens took over the streets near 13th and Troop in the Little Italy neighborhood Saturday night into Sunday morning, filling sidewalks, intersections, and blocks.
When I say that it looked like millions of kids out here. Kids were all on top of their cars. They were stopping in the middle of the street, twerking, and it was ridiculous.
Neighbors, some just returning from late night shifts, others already settling in for the evening, described the scene became increasingly chaotic between Troop and Loomis Streets along Roosevelt Road, eventually shutting down the area. They say the loud commotion and hundreds moving through the neighborhood well past 3 a.m. turned the night into a disruptive, sleepless ordeal for them.
Screaming and hollering. I've never seen anything like that. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was livid. Do you hear me? And I'm still livid about that. I can't believe it.
Still livid.
I cannot believe how they allowed that. They allowed that.
Then around 3:30 in the morning, the scene escalated even further as CPD attempted to clear out what they've called teen takeovers.
This car just literally plowed through the whole crowd.
Chicago police say a driver in a blue sedan hit 5 officers who were walking as they tried to disperse the crowd. They were transported to Stroger Hospital, where they are recovering. The 18-year-old driver was not injured and was taken into custody. Justin Peters with Chi-Town Crime Chasers says his violence prevention team responded to the gathering and remained on scene for nearly 8 hours, working through the night to help de-escalate and move teens out of the area. He says one of his team members was also hurt during the chaos.
We had front lines with Chicago police pushing the crowd away when this happened. And unfortunately, this vehicle just drove through and hit several police officers, teens. And it turned real bad. And then even after the fact, there was still a lot of kids out. They were hanging out and partying.
It comes down to some type of reprimanding. Because at the end of the day, it's unacceptable.
Neighbors say they would have liked to see police stepping in earlier to break up the gatherings before they grew out of control, preventing them from getting so large. Meanwhile, the mayor's calling the gatherings dangerous and urging parents to be more aware of where their children are during late night hours.
The accountability mechanism cannot just be with teenagers.
There was also a shooting near Roosevelt and Racine where a 19-year-old man was shot in the leg. He is expected to be okay, but CPD has not said whether the shooting and the large gathering are connected. Reporting outside the 12th District Police Station, Andrea Medina, WGN News.
So there you have it, peoples. Ladies. All right. So y'all, it's back on me. Okay. So what are I've actually shared my thoughts, a bit of my thoughts in between these videos and whatnot. I'm gonna tell you one solution. One solution. They should not only arrest the parents, arrest the kids, they all do weekend jail. If they get caught, if their teenager is if their teen is somehow caught up in all this kerfuffle, they should, for the entire summer, weekend jail, including holidays. So that means 4th of July. So that means like you gonna be in there for the 3rd and the 4th, Memorial Day weekend included, and Juneteenth, and in some cases, Labor Day weekend. Lock them both up. Sit-ins, y'all, it's out of hand. It's out of hand. Okay, because you can hold the parents accountable, but at some point, listen, there's got to be tougher crime on crime policies, initiatives. Because, you know, I don't have the video. I have to find it. I have to find the video. The video, the governor of Louisiana, like he told me, he said, listen, it's not, the government isn't supposed to be parenting your children. And see, again, who pays for this? We do. The taxpayers, the business owners, the community leaders. They're supposed to be pushing this stuff away. Okay, because see, when stores get burned down, businesses close down, they push out, oh, they be like, there ain't no jobs. I mean, you know, then you want to holler out racism and all this other stuff. No, it wasn't no racism when you burn it down. Listen, you are burning down the neighborhood that your mama is renting, that your grandma is renting. Like she said, like the last reporter, like not with the Fox News correspondent. We gotta. Listen, I talked about this on the Sean got right. We gotta pay the prison system, the court fees, house your butt. Man, we still have to pay for y'all. I'm tired of paying for y'all. And these things will keep happening, so we're gonna stay on top of it. But you know, this is the cost. And I know everybody was young at some point. But man, like seriously, this stuff is fun until someone get hurt. Now with the age of social media, stuff can't go unnoticed. Things get too rowdy. If one person dies in these situations, one person gets hurt, that's one too many. Okay? That's one too many. It ain't, listen, it's not the starts at home. Starts at home. And I'm speaking not for all the parents. I mean, there's parents who really be up on their children. But for the ones that just like, I don't give a shit. Again, I don't want to be out there. Prayers, we're trying to speak ill here. But I don't want to hear nothing about they shot my baby. They shouldn't shot my baby. They shouldn't been where they should be. Listen, as they say, be where your feet at. If your parents' feet are at home, your ass need to be at home, especially as a young person. Or be at somebody else's house that you know you have some insight on where your children at. So when some bullshit like this go down, they call, hey, are you going at? Nah, we over here playing Mario Kart 64. We playing GoldenEye. We playing 2K. Okay, just checking on it. Let me know if you need anything. So yeah. Y'all tighten up. This is the new normal. This can't be our new normal, but gotta tighten up. So again, this concludes this episode of the Night Audit. Okay, hold on. If you all are still here, if you all are still watching this, yeah. Y'all let me know how was this. Y'all let me know. You know, I'm trying different things. I'm trying different stuff and stuff like that. So I can't say every video will be this long or this long form. I'm trying, you know, I'm working, y'all. But again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your participation. And I will see you all in the next one. And by the time you all watch this, will be tomorrow. So I'm getting better. I'm getting more cognizant to the times it comes out. So I'm working through that. But to the next time, again, make sure you hit the like on the way out. Subscribe, share it with somebody who may find this informative. And yeah, see you again on the next one. Peace.